What up, fish peeps? I'm starting a little bit early because I cannot stay on too much longer than an hour. Trying to figure this out. Craig's had lobster. What's up, Tim? Good to see you, buddy. Everybody hear me okay? I am on my new streaming setup in the new Fishroom garage fish room. I'm still fine-tuning some things, but I've been in here messing around. The tags are not out here yet, obviously. My plan was to move the little tags out on this live stream. However, I forgot that my father-in-law is sleeping in the room they are in. He doesn't get up till a little bit later, so I cannot do that. Hey, Jim. I'll be back. Gotta run a store. I have to get some creamer too, Jim. I just didn't feel like going, mainly because I was running out of time. Hey, P-Tag. Good to see you, buddy. Let me know if the AV is good. I have these as my main streaming headset. I like them a lot. It sounds good. From what you guys have told me, the mic sounds really good. But I also have a mic on my webcam, and I also have a mic. I think that's about it on my webcam there, and I've used that before. But this is going to be great once we get the tanks out here. If I feel like doing a streaming, maintenance tank streaming, uh, these are going to be perfect for that because I can walk around. I just got to set up some different cameras once I get all the tanks out here. I got some fine tuning to do, but I'm excited about doing it. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, Craig. But I am looking at you guys on a big 32-inch Dell monitor. It's curved. Oh, look at this. We did fix it. Look who can finally come in. Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? We can hear you loud and clear, Whip. Good to have you back. I don't know how you got put in the hidden users uh, category. I don't. And of course, behind me, this is a room darkening curtain. But I wanted to back that out. But for some reason, I can do this. By the way, buy Northfin food. It's the best on the market. Higer. Don't forget to buy some Higer products. Check them out. You can see some reviews on the first product they sent me. I do have another Higer product coming out that they've already sent me a little bit while back, but I haven't been able to do a review on it because I am unable to do it right now with setting up this fish room. So that's my quick commercials. I do have a secondary monitor set up to my right. I will be using for Discord and other things. Maybe I'm on here and I want to Google something and find some information out. I'll be able to do that. But this is an older Dell monitor. It takes the VGA plug-in. I do have it into an adapter that takes VGA over to HDMI, but when I plugged it in, it didn't seem to be working correctly. Certainly good to be able to see Whip's name back in chat. So yeah, a lot of fine tuning, a lot of different things I'm going to play with, especially once the aquariums are out here, setting up that process for efficiency. Um, just things like I have a man door going out to the backyard from the garage here. And like when I clean my filters, I'll take them outside and I have a table out there next to the hose that I'll use to clean everything out. Um, However, that setup is on the other side of the house. I'm in the garage, which is on the opposite side of the house. I want to set that table up just outside that door. So when I'm taking canister filters out, I can take them out, set them right on the table instead of having to walk to the other end of the house to do it because those things are heavy when they're full of water. Now, that might sound like I'm being a sissy, but have you ever had to take a canister filter or anything that's sorta or semi-heavy in a confined, smaller space, and it's much harder to carry weight here than it is if you can go like this or put it up on your shoulder. And I have mild arthritis in my middle and lower back. So by the time I get that dang canister filter over there, I'm like, God, it makes it more a chore than it needs to be. So that's one thing I'm gonna be setting up. That isn't nothing, putting the table out there. The problem is I had to run a garden hose over. I have a garden hose, but I gotta do it in a way so when it's coming across the house, you don't see it. So I gotta tuck it and move it. It can't be a tripping hazard type of thing. That's my plan for that. And then I'll be able to go right outside the door, clean all my canister filters out every 6 to 7 months, and bring them right back in nice and efficiently. Also, remember the YouTube rules and guidelines. Speaking of that, Tim, I'm glad you brought that up. I'll tell you what's happening, just so everybody knows. You guys know me. I am always commenting on your videos. I watch as much as your videos as I can. I just watched Patty's Aquatics this morning on a video he put a day ago. And I can comment on regular long form content for whatever reason on everybody's shorts. Everybody's. I can like them, but I cannot comment. I cannot comment on anybody's shorts. So please don't think that's not me watching your stuff. I am. I hit that comment button and nothing happens. Jim at Happy Place Aquatics is having the same problem. I can't comment. I don't know what's going on. If anybody has any insight they can share me with that issue, share with me. Let me know. Maybe there's a setting or something that I can go into to change. Maybe something just like when Whip got put into the hidden users. I didn't do that. Did I have a moderator that accidentally did that? Maybe, but it just showed up. Luckily, I was able to find it thanks to Shirley. She helped me out with that, and I was able to get Whip out of that. Are you having the same problem, P-Tag? Can't comment on people's shorts? Yeah, it's weird. I can't comment on short button no matter what I do. It doesn't matter what device I'm on. Now Jim said he can get on a laptop or a desktop and he can comment on people's shorts, but not on his mobile. Whip, I watch your shorts. It's just not working. Tim, I put something funny in the Discord, and I'm surprised you didn't reply to it. I checked again. That was 2, 3 days ago. I thought it was funny. If you missed that, you got to check out what I put in the chat. It's funny. I was browsing through the Facebook Market site, and when you see the picture, you'll understand. So yeah, now I'm thinking about figuring out a way to completely darken this window, so you don't see that behind me. Not that it's a huge deal. I can see myself. The quality's fantastic. This webcam's great. Uh, I've tried the virtual backgrounds. They drive me crazy. StreamYard offers you two of them, or you can upload your own. But no matter which one you use, once you put a virtual background on, for me anyways, my movements become delayed. And of course, you can always see that like ghost crap behind you as you move. That bothers me. And the second thing is I'll go like this. See, this is instant. As soon as I put a virtual background on, it's like this. Then it moves. But I also am not a master of the green screen yet. P-Tech says, I've been able to, but I noticed I haven't seen a comment from you in a while. Thought you went AWOL. Nope, I just simply can't. Cool, Tim. I simply just cannot comment on anybody's shorts. Jim thinks their YouTube is ghosting people, but I think if people were getting shadow banned by YouTube, you'd know it. I used to spend a little bit more time on TikTok, and when you were shadow banned on TikTok, you knew it because you could not follow people, or you follow people and they disappear, or people couldn't see your comments. On here, people can still see your comments, and you can still chat in live streams, and you still comment on regular videos. I think if YouTube was going to shadow ban you, it'd be across all the formats within YouTube. Yeah, I know. Yeet. I know it wasn't your listing it, and it probably didn't say yeet. I don't know what it said, but all you could see was the EET. Have you tried chatting with YouTube help support? I have not. I'll check that out for sure. P-Tag. If I have to, I'll do it. Just like this thing with Whip, I didn't chat with them. I figured it out, or got help, or somebody helped me figure it out. I hate doing that, but I will try it. It's there for a purpose. If I get frustrated enough, I'll figure it out by contacting them. But I usually try everything in my power to troubleshoot it myself, because half the time they just give you the basic stuff you already know or you've already tried, and it's like waste of time. But appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me this morning. Like I say, I might go an hour, maybe a little bit more. We do have to head out this morning and get to a couple stores and get some things. One, we got to go see if we can pick some flooring for the house. And then we have to head over to somewhere else. We got to go. I have to go to Harbor Freight, return some wheels. There's one or two other things we got to do. But as I said, I was originally going to start off this morning chatting with you like this, and then transition into starting to bring all my little tanks out. The first tanks into the new fish room. I have a cinder block board rack set up over here with 2x6s laid on the flat side. It is about 10 foot long. And then I put plywood on top, and I used wooden shims between the wood top and the cinder blocks to level it out. It is long enough to fit a 10 gallon, my two 20-gallon longs, and then another 10-gallon on the end. And those will all be lined up over here. And all of those, most of them already now are, but most of them are going to be ran by sponge filters only. I have two of them that do have small hang in the backs. One's an Aqueon and one's a Tetra. But I'm going to transition those over to sponge filters like the rest with those small tanks. And then I'll just have a sponge filter, the light, and I don't have heaters in them. I don't need them. I try to eliminate heaters as much as possible. And those will look real nice lined up over here. Now, I still will be left with two 10 gallons. But I think I'm going to use the rack that I made that's currently holding my two 20-gallon longs that are double stacked for those 10 gallons, instead of having them built in underneath my 125-gallon Oscar tank, because I hate, and I've tried it before with big tanks, small tanks, I do not like tanks that are close to the floor. It's not fun to work in at all. It's harder to do maintenance on them. So all my tanks, when they get out here, they're going to be up at a workable, convenient, efficient position. So I'll have to find a place for those because once all them little tanks are lined up here, over here to the right of me in this space you can see right here, this is going to be where my 55-gallon Tiger Barb tank goes. And right on the other side corner, 29. And then the rest of the garage will be for my big tanks, the 125s and the 75s. So I'll have to find a spot for those two little 10-gallon aquariums, which we'll figure it out. Now, what's nice about having this rack over here for all the little 10 gallons is I have floor space underneath for storing sand, crushed coral, rocks, things like that. And as I'm sitting in here, the Mr. Cool unit is keeping this space really nice. I have it currently set at 75 degrees. Now that's something I'm going to have to play with too as time goes on. As we transition from summer to winter, we're going to see how well this thing can heat this garage. I have done my best to seal my garage door. I put a new bottom seal on it. I am going to go out today and get that like window foam that you can put around windows, kind of like when you install, let's say, a window unit air conditioner. It comes with that foam that you stick. I'm going to put that all around the garage door for additional sealing, and it is insulated. And I did have the ceiling blown in with insulation. So we're going to see how well it keeps it, regulates the heat in here. I may find that I end up having to maybe jack it up a little warmer because I need that unit to regulate these aquariums around 75 to 78 degrees because I do not want to use heaters. If I can get away from heaters, I get away from them all day long. They're heaters. I don't want to say they're a constant problem. I've got heaters that has lasted for years, and they're designed to last for years. But I think the last time I researched, and I think I heard Primetime Aquatics say it, you need to at least think about replacing your heaters every 2 to 3 years. Well, that's an expense that I don't want. Plus, unless you have ink birds, but even if you have ink birds, that's another expense to control those heaters. They have the potential, and it's common for them to fail because they're always turning on and off all the time. So what usually fails in a heater? The internal switch, because it's always turning on, off, on, off. So it's either going to get stuck on or it's going to get stuck off. Stuck off would be the lesser of the two evils, but when they get stuck on, we know what happens there. My idea, get rid of them. One less thing to buy, one less thing to worry about, one less thing to have in your aquarium, right? And you're going to save on energy, right? Let's heat the room. Let's not heat the tanks. Let's get caught up on chat here a little bit. Now, the only thing about this ring light that I don't like on this webcam is when I'm done looking at it, all I see is a circle. And I can dial this down a little bit just by turning a dial. Okay, see, I have it all the way down. I have been able to, but I've noticed I haven't seen a comment from you in a while. I thought you went, hey, well, I'll check it out. We've seen that one. Excuse me a moment. So, way to mute this real quick. Excuse me. Whip says, the only thing I've run into lately is the reaction icons. You click on comments and pictures are there. But blank on Facebook. I checked for updates, but there aren't any. Reboot didn't work either. Yeah, I think because I'm streaming to Facebook and Twitch as well as YouTube right now, Whip. And there's some funny integrations there. If I write a comment in this chat room right now, the first thing that comes up is showing me from Twitch and then YouTube under. And with Facebook, like when people come over from Facebook and comment, it does come up in the chat room, But then when you go over to Facebook and let's say you want to look at your live stream and see how many plays it's got, you'll see comments on there, and all the comments was from the person that was commenting in chat during the live. So every time someone comments on this live stream from Facebook, it gets posted as a comment underneath the post itself. A lot of weird things like that. Hey, Mike, good to see you, buddy. Looks like a nice view of the outside behind you. You got it blocked off. Yeah, that's just a room darkening curtain, buddy. If I open that up, that sunlight's going to come through and probably make us look bad. I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. But again, that's something I'm going to be working on backgrounds. I do like the virtual backgrounds, but I'd like to make my own. I tried before I started the stream to throw a virtual background up. It was real blurry. A picture that looks crystal clear and beautiful. Once you set it as a virtual background or try as a green screen, it looks bad. PJ says, I just recently bought an Inkbird to try it out and see how I like it. I hear good things about it. I've never had one. I can't speak about it, but I've heard it's really good. A lot of people like them. I would just as soon get away from the heaters altogether. I'm with Cold Water Aquatics on that one. Before, when I was running heaters, before I decided, okay, every time I do a water change, I got to unplug this dang thing because if it gets exposed and it's on, you don't want that. So what I started doing is I started turning them horizontal and all the way as far as bottom of the tank as possible near a filter inlet. Because one, you never have to unplug them during water changes. Two, it's next to the filter inlet, so the heat that's generated is going to go through the heater and get spread throughout the tank, and it's more efficient. But then I decided I hate heaters. They're expensive. I don't like them. So I pulled them out. And in the summertime, my house regulates those aquariums at about 78 degrees, but in the wintertime, it doesn't. So I'd have to put them back in the winter because I feel like 70 degrees and 72 degrees might be getting on a little bit lower end of the spectrum for some of the fish, but I'm pretty sure they'd have adapted and been fine. Out here, my goal is to make, like I said, that unit there heat every tank to about 78 and keep it that way. So and I have to have it too warm in here than I like because I am a hot-blooded dude and I like it nice and cool. I got a fan I can blow on me when I'm out here. But all my tanks downstairs are now temp controlled. Yep. I watched that video, P-Tag, and we discussed that. You got your heat in the room now. That's good. And HVAC's not cheap. Just to have the guy come out and so this Mr. Cool unit was about $950. It is a mini split. So what that means is for anybody that doesn't know is it heats and cools. And it's mounted on the wall, and then you have an outside unit. Paid a guy to install it for me. Same guy's been doing all the work for me. I wired it up and it's beautiful. It's working great. It's super quiet. But it also will heat the room. So it comes with a remote. It comes with this new, of course, everything's smart now, right? It comes with this. And I can like pop this bad boy into my computer. And you could use this to run and control it from a computer or a smartphone. I'm not into that stuff. I'm old school. I want an on and off switch. But it has that feature if I want it. So we're going to see come wintertime how well it does. Just another thing I got to play around with as I transition into this fish room here. The ceiling and insulation should be key for you. The walls of my garage are sheetrocked, right? So are mine. Just so you know, when I moved into this house, this garage was already finished. The walls are all drywall. It's got the ceiling. It's all finished. It's got like lights that you would see in your house up here. It's nice. The only difference is once you get down about the first, say, 6 or 7 inches is brick going up, and then it meets the drywall, which I love. Perfect for a fish room because if you ever have a leak, you're on a concrete floor and you have brick about 7 inches up. You're never going to have a problem with hurting your drywall or a flooring. One of the reasons why I wanted to get out here. But yes, I hope you're right. The only thing they didn't insulate was the top of the garage, which makes sense. Code is, you're really not allowed to heat and cool a garage if it's part of the house. Because, if you pull a car in or you have something in there or fumes or something, it can go out throughout the rest of the house through your ductwork. So you're not allowed to do that. Now, if you're grandfathered in, if you bought a house that was before that law came out, you're fine. So I had to insulate it, install the unit, and insulate the garage door and all that stuff, and do it myself. Now, you're allowed to do that, but it is separate from the rest of the house. It's not, I didn't tap into the HVAC in the house. Um, with the code we have here, that wouldn't work out good for me. Let me see this again. But I doubt the ceiling insulation should be the key for you. The wall of my garage, which is our sheetrocked, but I doubt they are insulated underneath with the code we have here. Yeah, see, my walls were not insulated either, Whip. I didn't want to spend the extra money to do my inside of my walls, because really I would have only had to have done 2 of the walls, because only 2 of the walls in this garage are outside walls. Now, the problem with insulating walls with blown-in insulation, you have to cut back about 6 to 7 inches away from the ceiling and get the ceiling out of the way. And then you can go in and blow down through filling up each area between the studs. This takes more time. This takes more money. Well, I got to thinking, and I did some research, and from what I knew before. So brick is a natural insulator, and my house is all brick. So I have brick as an outside wall. Behind the brick, there's fiberboard. I could see it when I was cutting my holes. Fiberboard is a decent little insulator. And then after that, you got your wood studs, and then you got your drywall. Now, drywall is a crap insulator. It's not a good insulator, but it does have a small value of insulation. And then let's say I paint those walls. Paint adds another layer of insulation. So with the 3 things, I didn't think it was necessary to insulate the 2 outside walls and spend the extra money. And we're going to see how it goes. Now, if time goes on, and I feel that, man, this unit's always running, it doesn't stay warm here, I'm losing it somewhere. Right away, my first thought is I'm losing it in the garage door somewhere. Which I do have a couple tiny little holes where the seals on the outside of the garage door are at, that I'm going to get filled up with that insulation I was discussing earlier. But we'll see how everything pans out. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm failing on my job today, Judy. That's okay, Laura. I appreciate you being here. Mike B, everyone's saying hello. Gotta love blackout curtains. Yes. And another thing is, my wife has a massive elephant ear plant out front. And during the winter, we're going to have to bring that in, and it's going to sit here so it can get its sunlight. Luckily, once I get my aquariums out here and this ramp over here is gone that you've seen in my videos, my whole streaming area and desk is going to be much further away from this wall than you see now. It's just cramped back here right now because of that ramp. So the whole thing's going to be up farther. I'll have a tank here, and I could easily put that big elephant ear right over here. So if I've got blackout curtains on sliding doors. Yeah. See, and that's my thing. I like my fish rooms dark. I got regular ceiling lights that you would see in your house, like I told you. They're not really bright, but they're bright enough for me to do what I want to do, and I'm fine with that. Because the aquariums look so much better when they're only lit by the aquarium lights and everything else is dark. Additionally, if I'm going to be streaming out here too like this, the darker the better, because you look better. I have a light to compensate for that. Less sunlight coming in, less algae building up, the whole works. Now, the only thing that could possibly suffer is all my pothos that run on top of my aquariums. However, I don't think that's going to be a problem either, because I do have lights set up. I got 2 of them here, 2 of them over there, and I got more I'm going to put over here. So if I need to give them some supplemental lighting, I can do that. Whip says, my aquariums are in the basement. I have thought about heating the room, but I'll have to insulate the floor joist so the rest of the house isn't 80 degrees. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know that your fish room's in the basement and you got some nice tanks down there. But yeah, you definitely have to do some insulation for sure. It's important. I felt it was good to spend that money to just go ahead and blow in the insulation above this garage and before the aquariums come out. Now there is no fiberglass in that insulation, but when you're blowing that stuff around, you still got little particles blowing everywhere. And the last thing I want is all that crap landing in my fish water. Hagen Hill Designs. It's good to see you guys. Listen, congratulations on the little baby. I'll tell you this. A few, 3 or 4 of your streams back, I was looking at Katie. Well, wait, before I say that, let me make sure it's your baby, right? It's not your daughter's or anything. It's good to see you guys coming in. Hopefully room 58 was, hopefully room 58 will see your backside here. Where is it? What you talking about? What do you mean room 58, Whip? That's what I thought, Higgins. I could tell about 4 or 5 of your streams back that Katie was looking a little glowy, a little different, and I almost said something in about a few of your live streams back, and I wish I would have now because man, I was right. Oh, I love my pothos, dude. They do. My pothos grow better in my aquariums than they ever did for my wife in the house in a planter or like a hanging planter. They grow. They're crawling up the walls. They're getting big. They're beautiful. I trim them every once in a while. Just that's my problem. My Frontosia tank. I like the big window, but I can't live stream because too much reflection. Exactly. So just put a room darkening curtain on it, P-Tag. Does any Does anyone do cooler water temp for Oscars? I don't. My tanks, like I say, usually stay around 78 degrees, so they're always in about 78-degree water. Now, when I did have a heater in there, in that tank, I was running 2 300-watt heaters to split the load. Then I had to go down to one 300-watt heater by Eheim because it's not made of glass, and they were always banging that heat around and playing with it. It reached about 80 degrees once or twice, but I don't keep my Oscars in cooler water temperatures. I have pothos growing in the basement with 0 ambient light. Are they doing good, Whip? Are they doing okay that way? But are they growing? Are they getting big? Are they climbing up the walls and such? Because that's what I want. I want them to keep growing. I want to have massive plants in here. I want these things to grow, grow, grow. I'm probably going to set up several other plants in here. Something I can get nice, kind of like what Rico Stan does, where he's got all those ferns and different plants. Makes it look real nice. But I'd like to have real ones. Let's get on the subject of something else. Is anybody familiar or remember what I call the ninja games? We've talked about it before. Talked about it on my last live stream. Yeah, they're growing, but not necessarily thriving. See, I need to get mine to thrive. I want them big. I want them going everywhere. So one of the games I'm going to start doing on my live streams is the ninja game, I call it. That has to do with, some people call it the stop sign game. A game, it's not really a game. It's a process that Laura actually started over on Dan Everyday Fish Keeping live stream, and I got in there and we started having fun with it, and it's grown. Well, I'm going to take it and put a spin on it. Anybody, and Tim knows about it. Anybody, and P-Tag knows about it. Anybody that I'll have to keep like a running tally. Whoever's the first to insert a stop sign for me, like let's say I walk away from the chat or I get away from chat and I start talking about something else, they'll insert a stop sign. So when I come back, I can know where I left off and pick back up where I left off and not get lost. I'm calling it the Ninja Games. Whoever gets that stop sign in first 3 consecutive times is going to be in the running for some sort of free gift, whether it be a gift card or a product or food or something like that. And that's what you guys are going to get. That's one game I'm going to start playing here. We're going to call it the Ninja Games. And I got a couple other things that we're going to be getting into as well to make the live streams a lot more enjoyable and fun and give back to you guys. So, but just bear with me. I literally just set this streaming setup up yesterday, and I'm not done. This whole desk, when I start bringing them tanks back, I had to slide this desk clear to this wall so I have room to bring these tanks out. And once I get all the aquariums out here and they're filled up and everything's settled and they're running and I'm finishing setting up, I can get this desk back where it's going to be. Um, Figure out my processes. I'm learning different things as we go with the streaming and the apps and the different stuff. So just bear with me. Let me get set up. Those are my members. I know that I haven't been able to do a lot for my members lately, uh, but we're going to get back into that, and we're going to be doing some cool things. But just bear with me as I get through this transition. I still got a lot of work ahead of me. I am dreading moving these tanks out here. That's going to be my biggest fear. Not a fear, just a worry, because I'm going to take 2 scissor jacks like you have in your car. I'm going to run a board across underneath the stand. I'm going to drain the water down in the aquariums as much as I can, just enough to leave the fish in there. I'm going to jack the stand up evenly. And then I got these 2 big dolly casters that are good for about 1,000 pounds a piece. And I'm not going to put them on the very ends of underneath each stand. I'm going to bring them in just a little bit. And then I'm going to set that tank right down on those dollies. And then we're just going to go, baby, go. We're going to wheel them right out of the dining room, through the living room, down into the garage. And then, of course, when I get to where I want to put that tank, we got to jack it up again, get the casters out, set it down, and then shim. I got a bunch of wooden shims so I can make sure my stands are level. Once all that's done, I can then fill the tank, plug everything in. That's the process for one aquarium. And I've got 3 125s, 2 75s that I've got to do that with. All the other tanks can pretty much be drained and kind of carried out, including the 55. But for those 3 125s and those 2 75s, that's what I have to do. It's going to be a little bit of a process. So pothos don't need soil to grow. Nope. Yeah, Whip said it, Mike. No, cut a piece, stick it in the tank, and it'll grow. Yeah, you can float them in the water. Now I do see that once the roots start growing and down in the water, they will hit the soil, the substrate, and start digging in there, and that's fine too. A lot of people do that too. And here, Hagen's got it down. See. Yeah, I was trying to refill my coffee and I couldn't do it because I'm out of creamer, Tim. And I got to save a little bit left for them guys when they get up. Whip says, if you have plant eaters, you need to protect the roots. My silver dollars ate the roots all the way back to the water surface. I'm glad you shared that, Whip, because silver dollars, I want to get some silver dollars. That's a fish I've always liked, and I haven't had any for years, and I want to get some. And I appreciate you telling me about the roots because they'll probably tear mine up then. I think you can get like a mesh basket or something to put the roots down in or something like that. Well, what do you mean by protect the roots? How would you do that, Whip? Hagen says, we're going to use the same method to move our 210. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I was racking my mind. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to have to pull my fish out, put them in a temporary tote, drain the tank, get 2 or 3 guys here to help me carry you got to take the aquarium off the stand. You're going to put it where? On the floor? So you can get the stand out of there, set it up. Then you got to break your back picking this thing up because even though the water's drained down to let's say you have the fish out of the tank and you got the water drained down to the sand, that sand is wet. and then add in the tank itself. It's still very heavy. And you're talking about possibly stressing the tank. You have two people lifting from each end. You got this action. So I'm thinking to myself, let's make this easier. Let's just lift the entire stand up so the whole aquarium's supported during the whole process and put it on wheels and wheel it out. That way you're not lifting anything. I'm getting hooked on shrimp. Oh yeah. I haven't seen the Nano Aquarium guy for a while, but he sent me some shrimp. Blue shrimp. I think they've all died off. I still got my red cherries though. I got pothos out in my fountain pond on my porch. That would look nice, Tim. Those will vine down that thing and look real nice. Are you using the old stands or are you? I'm going to use the old stands, Whip. I'm going to leave my. I built most of my own stands. They're solid. Every stand that I built, I know they could probably hold a car. The way I build them, all out of 2x4s, very strong, wood glued and screwed. I'm just going to pick the whole stand up and reset them out here, and that's it. Now, I would love to like do what I did here with the cinder block wood throughout the entire room space here and put all my aquariums on that. But now I'm buying a ton of cinder blocks for every tank, more wood, and it's just more cost I don't need to spend when they're already on a nice aquarium stand. So no, sir, I'll just be using the stands they're on. Hagen says, Creamer, I thought you were a man. I am a man. I do like black coffee, but I can't drink it. It doesn't like me. It gives me terrible acid reflux. If I put creamer in it, good to go. Plus, it does taste better. It's all good, Hagen. You know me. You should know me by now. I don't get offended by stuff. I'm translucent, dude. I like to have fun. You're good. I had a four red hook silver. See, I don't like the red hooks over the regular silvers myself. I don't see what uh the the allure of that is. I've seen them both, but I like the regular silver dollars. But Mike had four red hook silver dollars in my 150, and they kept getting spooked, smacked me in the glass about every day. Oof. Are they? Is that common with them? I got red cherry, blue diamond, green emeralds, and yellow shrimp. Very nice. I wanted to get see. I wanted to get all the Skittles. I wanted to get all the colors of the rainbow. I'd like to get them all too. I heard the yellow, or how do you say it, neocardinia shrimp are a little bit harder to take care of. I don't know if that's true. I'm a creamer kind of guy too. So let me just share you guys. Now, do you guys want to hear this? Because I got something else to show you after this too, so don't go anywhere. If you guys want to have the best coffee in the world, I'm going to tell you the combination you want to use. And when you start drinking this, I don't care what coffee joint you go to, what gas station you go to, there is no coffee that's going to be better than what you make at home. Let me know in chat if you would like to hear that. If not, we won't talk about it. Whip says, I took them out there, but I bought PVC pipe. I said, I took them out of there, but I bought PVC pipe and Chattanooga and hydro dipped it so it isn't bright white. I just haven't figured out how to hang it out, basically. Oh, you're talking about the root protector. Okay. Make Skittles by mixing. Oh, yeah. The idea is that the pipe will protect a portion of the roots. Anyway, Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? You're still here, Whip. I still see you. So glad that you can get back in here now. I had to use cream and sugar to get through this hospital coffee. Yeah, the hospital coffee isn't very good. No, it's not very good. But I do like hospital food. The best black coffee that you know works is the kind that tastes like burnt pencil shavings. Ew. Neocardinia is easier. Oh, look at this. Okay, Cardinia is picky. Okay, I didn't know there was two different. I didn't know that was a difference. Oh, you've copied and pasted that. Oh, So I've been drinking coffee for a very long time, and I've had many different coffees. The hands down best coffee, homemade coffee. Do you guys have a Keurig or do you use a coffee pot? If you have a Keurig, what you want to do is you want to go to Walmart and they sell great value brand K cups. You want to get cinnamon vanilla and you want to get their caramel cream one. And you want to get the great value French vanilla creamer that comes in the big carton. You bring those two bad boys home and you make that best coffee in the world. Love it. Fantastic coffee. It's better than any coffee I can get anywhere. It's so good, by the way, that you're not even going to believe it. It is the best coffee going. Great Value's doing a lot of good things over there. They had the opportunity to do better, other companies, but they didn't do that, did they? I'm working on my Trump impression. So the food it is pretty good. No, no, it's funny. Still there. Swiffle says, okay, enough coffee. I hate coffee. Swiffle, if you don't like coffee, then you ain't American. You drink coffee. I'm just messing, buddy. I already had a cup. If I have another one, it's going to make me go to the bathroom anyways. Wasn't too bad. I'm practicing from this dude I see on YouTube. Dude, he is fantastic. His name's like something. I can't remember, but he is good. He is fantastic. He does Biden too. You guys might have seen him on there. He's good. Yes, I don't mind hospital food. I like a lot of foods that a lot of people don't like. Yeah, like spam. I can eat spam out of the can, or I can fry it up and eat it, and I enjoy it either ways. Um, Corned beef hash. I like corned beef hash. Swift says, "Oh, my family drinks coffee. I don't even like the smell. Oh, I love it. I love the smell." Tim practicing his stop sign. Hey, Mel. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. A tea guy. I'm not a tea guy. See, I don't like tea. I hate hot tea, but I will drink it for the benefits of the health that you get from it. The green tea is obviously really good for you. Your boy, this headset. You see this thing lights up? It's reflecting on the walls. It's either that or a little bit of sun coming through. And I keep thinking there's like a spider in here running around. I'm ready to go get my shotgun. Well, sorry, I'm late. I'm at work. All good, my friend. See, and I'm not a big fan of iced tea. I don't like iced tea much. But, I don't drink pop. I don't drink energy drinks. All day long, it's water for me and coffee, mostly water. I do like the occasional body armors. These things are really good. And super hydration drink, very good for you and tastes really good. They got the different flavors. And Whip probably knows when you're out in the heat working, especially in the South. You can drink water all day, but I like to alternate between body armors and hydration drinks like that to get the electrolytes. Whip says, I do Dunkin' Donuts, the old fashioned style coffee maker, not the Keurig, not that that's relevant here, but being diabetic, it's cheap it, and wet and hot, so it works. I got you, Whip. I didn't know you was diabetic, Whip. I did not know that. But I had an old style bun, and I like that thing. I feel that the regular style coffee pot brews a much hotter cup of coffee. I'm originally from Texas, iced tea. Yeah, I got you, Swivel. Yeah, down south here in North Carolina, these guys love their sweet tea. I can't drink it. That's enough to like put me in a coma. Jack Daniels iced tea. Ooh, that's dangerous. Tim's Prime and water. P-Tech says, that's crazy, Jesse, that I drink those body armors too, along with water and coffee. No pop hardly. Yeah, I used to drink a lot of pop when I was a kid, man, but as time goes on, you realize how much sugar you're basically drinking a tin can full of freaking sugar. Now, don't get me wrong, I like a delicious tasting Pepsi or a Mountain Dew periodically, and I'll have one, but it's rare. It does nothing but it's terrible for you. It's got the high fructose corn syrup. It's packed full of sugar. It's gonna make you. It's gonna pound the weight on you, and it's just terrible. And it doesn't quench your thirst at all. Nothing quenches your thirst better than water. And I love these people that I've run into a few of them that say, I don't like water. Oh, just what do you mean you don't like water? You understand that your body is like made up 80% of water, right? You have to have water. And every drink that you get has water in it. It has hardly no taste. What do you mean you don't like water? You have to have it. It's essential to life. That drives me nuts. All this coffee talk now. I want something. Got to get some coffee, Mike. I think Swiffle said he's going to go get a cup. There's Patty here. Hey, Jesse, all I drink is Diet Pepsi, my drug of choice. I got you. I heard Diet Pops are worse than the regular ones. You also get a lot more waste with the bun, but we just couldn't swing the Keurig. You mean as far as what you have left over with the coffee grounds whip? Funny you say that. I seldom ever drink soda. I'm drinking a root beer now. Yeah, Tommy came in. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in and saying hello. As you can see, Tommy, we got Whips World back. We fixed it. Surely, moneyless Maven Fishkeeper actually helped me figure that out. So how's the neck and everything going, Whip? How's the? I think you said shoulder, neck, and back. You messed all that up. How's that going? But as we go forward, we discussed the fish room plans. We discussed and that those plans should be coming here shortly. Um, I want to move the little 10 gallons out today. I just couldn't do it this morning like I wanted to, as my father-in-law's in the room sleeping. I forgot about that aspect. So once I get the 10-gallon aquariums out here, I can get my little 29-gallon out here. I can move the 55-gallon Tiger Bar tank out here, but I can't move that 55 yet because I got to have the room right back here to move this desk up out of the way for the big tanks. So my plan is to get all the little tanks out, and then we're going to start moving them big tanks. But I'll be recording all this too, so you guys won't miss the transition. Woot. Yo, Tommy, what's up, dude? Mike says, I used to drink Gatorade, but realized it tastes salty as hell. Yes, Mike, I asked my doctor about that. I can't drink Gatorades or Powerades. If I drink them, that gives me reflux. And I asked her why. She says it all has to do with the different types of salts used in them. So, as you said there, they're salty. So, yeah, they give me headaches. But salt is a good hydrator. It will hydrate you. Yeah, earlier. I have absolutely heard people say and try to defend that water is just a fad. I'm sitting there wondering to myself, who the hell raised these people? Yeah, yeah. I don't like water. What are you gonna do if the apocalypse comes and you can't go to the store and get a Pepsi, or you can't go to the store and get a tea or a juice because you don't want water because it doesn't have the taste you want? There is nothing like all my life. Everyone says, "Man, I can't wait to get off work. It's hot. I want a beer, nice cold beer." I'm thinking to myself, beer sucks. I do not like beer. I hate the taste of it. Beer is another thing that does not agree with me. If I'm hot and thirsty, I'm going to the water, the ice water. I was never a much fan of a Gatorade. Diet Pop's terrible for you. The aspartame will kill me quicker than the sugar in a regular pop. The fake sugar crap is horrible for you. I quick muted so I didn't cough in your guys' faces in your ears. Might be the coffee tastes like twice baked toenails. That's disgusting. It tastes like burnt Bigfoot's burnt hair on a poop turd. Ew. I'm at the point now I need to learn how to sell fish online. I'm overstocked. Local fish store has too many angel, bacardi, and yellowfin cichlids. Yeah, you keep pounding them out, Swiffle. You ought to get the apply for the license to do that. Make a little money at it, man. Hey, Henry, good to see you, buddy. Nice cold beer. I don't like beer. Swiffle, I also need to start learning to sell fish online. If I'm going to have an alcoholic drink, you guys want to know my favorite? I just had some, I think it was last weekend. You want to know my favorite drink? Tastes like Bigfoot sat on a fire. The neck is messed up. I felt good for a second after the bone cracker put his hands on me, but it was back to hurting pretty quickly. They'll all get me sorted. Just gonna push through it till they do. Well, I hope you get better quick, Whip. Appreciate the update on that. No, I don't like scotch. My favorite drink, Jack and Coke. Love going to out to eat or something like that and getting a Jack and Coke. What a good taste. The other would be bourbon. What's up, baby? Hmm. Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good. All right. Speaking of BRB, you guys can practice your stop sign skills and getting prepped for these ninja games that I'm going to be starting. I have to pee. I'll be right back. Now, one of the nice things is I can go out the man door, pee outside, and come back in. Man, whew. Laura was first. Now, when Laura's in here and she's paying attention, I will warn you guys, she's hard to beat. Ah, Hagen likes Jake's. He likes Jack and Coke too. Oh yeah, Swiffle too. Nice. I got some friends in here because everybody down here I tell that to. They're like, ew, that's crap. Drink bourbon. I love a nice Jack and Coke. That first one goes down so smooth. And then the second ones, they up the alcohol content in them a little bit. It gets a little stronger and stronger. So I have about maybe two, tops three, and I'm done. Can't get enough of that. How I really love it. Makes me think I'm a man. What, scotch? Well, you see, what you have to do is you have to get it up there and get it ready. P tag. Get it up in there and then tap it once and it should save to your resets and then it'll be there for you all the time. Yeah, see, all I see is words. You see what he probably put the emojis and this is what come up with. Tastes like a dry pork chop in dirty ashtray with a warm glass of hot dog water. That's disgusting. Swift can't find. You guys got to find the sign. You got to get these stop signs. So, well, these guys are probably coming and watching on their phones. If you're watching on your phone, it's much easier. If you're watching on a laptop, let's see, or a computer, That working. I don't know. Laura says, Joe, it's on the emojis under the sign. Rum and Coke isn't bad. I'm a rum and Coke guy. But I can't have the Coke, so I guess I'm a rum guy. Who knows? So you are Jack Sparrow, sir. Who now drinks bourbon? Bourbon's good. You ever have that honey bourbon one? Man, is that tasty. Blame the coffee. Still can't find it, Laura. Nope, I was wrong. It's in the menu. Jack and Coke is some good stuff. No beer. Can you show them on your phone? Well, I can, but if they're on the, are you guys watching on the? All right, we're going to use this. By the way, I have no idea what this is. I got a random text. Let me know if anybody's got this before, because I've never received something like this before. We all know scamming's on a high. I received a text message yesterday, and all it is this. Unknown number. Don't know who it is. But if you want to send an emoji, just tap the bar down there, right? And then there's a little emoji smiley face guy, and they all come up. Very simple on your mobile device. Whip says, I tried to arm wrestle Jack and I thought I had him, but a bottle and a half, and he ended up breaking my arm off and he would beat me to death with it. Fantastic analogy. So P-Tag's on a laptop. Oh, can't help you there. Watching TV, type with phone. Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't have a stop sign either. I had some amazing honey rum. You click the emoji button on the laptop, and then below drops a window for emojis. There's an emoji search there too. Probably Mullen. Yeah, but I don't have his number. That'd be cool, but he don't have my number. Okay, thanks, Sarah. That works now. I found it. Oh, can't post comments to some destination. It's under home icon about halfway down. That middle finger looks like Jim's work. Yeah, but I got him programmed in my phone. Never heard of that, Laura. Why is my mouse suddenly not working? There it goes. Yeah, I don't know who that text was from. It was very odd. Tommy texted me, my middle finger's better. Well, I didn't reply to it because I didn't know if it was a scam or something. What do you guys think of this webcam? I think it looks pretty nice. I can also do this. shoot, the cops are here. He beat me to it. People say it's really good, but I don't drink the hard stuff. Sai, hello, good to see you. I like making custom text stickers with my iPhone. My GIMP hand looks like a dying insect twitching when I try to flip people off with it. And I got another one of these lights over here, but I gotta plug it in. Yeah, I got all kind of cool things I'm setting up and playing with here. Now, see, Whip did something in Discord. If I had my second monitor ready to go, I could bring that up and look at that at the same time. But like I said, that's an old Dell monitor. So it has the old VGA plug. And I put it into, I'll just show you. This is the old monitor plug, right? VGA. And I got this VGA to US HDMI adapter. But when I plug this in to the computer, it doesn't work. And this computer, this new computer I got, doesn't have a VGA. So I don't know how to make the second monitor work. Now, right now, the screen's blank on this secondary monitor. If I unplug this thing, it comes up. Now, on my other laptop, I tried this and it worked. But I guess I was just plugging this right. So maybe I can't do this. I don't know. I put it in Discord for anyone not able to find the stop sign. Oh, cool. Thanks, Whip. What I can do is I can new audio device. So let's do this. Let's check this out. Let's try something cool here. Present. Share screen. Share screen. So here we go. So I'll bring Discord up this way, and then I can do this. You see right here, Whip. Share the instructions on how to do emojis in the chat if you're on a laptop or a desktop. And then up here you can see Tim and Jim side by side on the last live stream they did together. They're cute. But I want to be able to bring that up over here. So, yeah, you saw My live stream. So going forward, we're gonna have some aquariums out here in the new fish room today. Do we like the glowing different colors or not? Turn that off. And we're starting to move forward. We talked about the Ninja games. Got a lot of cool things coming down the line for subscribers and members. I'm hoping Northfin gets a hold of me soon and sends me another shipment of food. That would be great. Don't know when that's going to be, but we will see. I have to get some more content out once I get this room done. Um, well, I don't even have to wait till the room's done at this point. Now that I can actually bring the aquariums out, this is all going to be content. We're going to get back into making content more often. I have not been able to do it lately, as we discussed prior, due to everything going on. But now that things are slowly starting to come together, we're going to get out there with a lot more content. So I am going to get off. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. We got some things to do. So I will talk to you guys later. Appreciate you all coming back and chatting with me. Uh, just your face is always glowing no matter what. I am pregnant and I do eat a lot of pickles. I thought about to get more viewers and to make more money. I thought about dressing up as a woman on my live streams. We're going to get the high heels going. We're going to get, fake boobs and get a wig and lipstick and we're going to do that so we can get more people in here and I can make more money. What do you think? Good idea? Would you guys like to see that? Huh? Sit here and be a chick and make more money. It's also going to bring a lot of haters, but it all makes you money. Got to do something because the fish tubing ain't doing it. Do it on the next live stream. I got to get a wig. I can get the lipstick. I live with two girls. It worked for me. I got to change my voice though. I need a voice changer so I can sound like a girl when I talk. Because if I speak, it would be like this right here. I see a lot of people doing that online. They trick people. They think they're a girl, and then all of a sudden they let this man voice fly. They're like, so look forward to more content coming soon now that I'm getting down to the gritty with this room and this transition. For more live streams. Look for some more giveaways. Look for some more cool stuff coming down the line. You're going to be in it all, and I hope to see you all here and join me for the ride. So loving all your guys' content and everything you're doing and putting out there. Love the videos. So we'll see you out in the field. Have a good rest of your weekend. Be safe. I certainly appreciate your time. Until we see you later. Wait, I got one more thing. Okay, I can wait for you. Oh, you got me on that P tag. Thanks, Tim. They will because you said you were coming. So start driving, buddy. Tennessee to North Carolina. Yeah, 8-10 hours. I'll wait for you. Yeah, I know what you were doing. I got it, P tag. You son of a. You stay fired up. See you guys. Super glad Whip can be back in here too. Love it. And once things get settled, I might be able to get back into doing my Tuesday live streams as well, but we'll see. That one's dependent on work. It's hard to get out of work and make those sometimes. So maybe we can get those back going too. Chat later. Shirley's tonight. Okay, I'll check her out. Yeah, see you later, buddy. Yeah, glad to have you back. And I'm out.